in the early 2000s. Long after her reign as one of the original Big Five supermodels had reshaped the fashion world, Claudia Schiffer remained deeply connected to humanitarian causes, not as a celebrity figurehead, but as an active advocate for medical research and patient care. Though she had stepped back from the runway, her influence in global philanthropy quietly grew, particularly through her support for children's health initiatives. One such case involved Sophie Weber, a 9-year-old girl from Hamburg diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in 2003. Sophie's family, though loving and supportive, struggled financially. Her father worked part-time. Her mother had taken unpaid leave to care for her, and mounting medical bills threatened their stability. The treatment was aggressive: chemotherapy, isolation, and months of hospitalization. Sophie missed school, friends, and the simple joy of playing outside. What made her story stand out to Schiffer wasn't fame or media attention. It was a letter sent by Sophie's pediatric oncologist to a foundation Schiffer supported, Deutsche Kinderkrebsstiftung German Childhood Cancer Foundation. The doctor described Sophie not just as a patient, but as a bright child who painted colorful murals on her hospital room walls and dreamed of becoming an artist. Schiffer, who had long admired resilience and creativity, personally reviewed the file. She didn't respond with a generic donation. Instead, she arranged for Sophie to receive full financial coverage for her treatment through a special grant program funded by private donors, including herself. But more than money, she ensured Sophie had access to holistic care, psychological counseling, art therapy sessions, and even weekend passes to a countryside recovery center where children could breathe fresh air and reconnect with nature. She also coordinated with the hospital to organize a surprise visit from a team of professional illustrators who helped Sophie create a small book titled My Hospital Zoo, a collection of whimsical animal drawings based on the nurses and doctors who cared for her. The gesture brought laughter into a space often filled with silence and fear. Over time, Sophie responded well to treatment. By 2005, she was in remission. Her recovery was celebrated not just by her family, but by the entire ward, where her artwork still hung on the walls years later. Schiffer never visited Sophie in person. She didn't seek photos or public recognition, but she stayed informed about her progress through the foundation's reports and quietly continued supporting similar cases across Germany. For Schiffer, this kind of work was personal. Though she lived a life of luxury, married to a billionaire businessman, raising 3 children in a serene English countryside estate, she never forgot that luck played a role in privilege. She had grown up in a modest German town, far from the glittering runways of Paris and Milan, and she believed that those who had been given much should give much in return. And for Sophie, the woman whose face graced magazine covers worldwide hadn't just contributed to fashion history. She had helped save her life. Because sometimes healing isn't just about medicine, it's about being seen, valued, and reminded that beauty exists even in pain. And Claudia Schiffer, the model who defined elegance, had shown that true grace lies not in appearance, but in action.